Hi everyone, Ashlyn Giza YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about the 7-year itch. So the 7-year itch basically is if a couple has been together for so long that they just get so used to each other and so comfortable with each other that they just um, kind of get bored and lose interest in somebody. Um, I mean, everybody can go through a small phase of that, but like that's when, in my opinion, you go do new things together. So you go venture off and go to new museums together that you've never been to. Go see a movie that you've never seen together before, or watch a movie you never seen together before on Netflix or TV or whatever. Um, go spice up your sex life and explore new positions, new toys, or um, just things like that. And you know, just try to do different things that you guys don't do. Um, because I, I can understand and see that happening, but I, for me, I guess it's really hard to get bored with somebody when there's always, I mean, there's plenty of things that you could talk about that you don't talk about every day. There's plenty of things that couples sometimes don't conversate about, and maybe you can try to conversate about something that you've never talked about before. There's different like board games that you can try. If you've never been a board game person, maybe try to play a board game with your significant other, like simple ones like Candyland or um, you know, uh, Apples to Apples or any of that. And I don't own any copyrights to Netflix or any board games or anything like that. I just have to mention that so I don't get sued or get have someone be mad because I mentioned those things. But those are things that you can do as couples that will spice up your relationship and that will make things feel new, because I don't know what's wired in our brains, but something is wired in our brains to want that new feeling and not be bored. And part of it is when there's something new and exciting, it sends off endorphins in our brain. Um, but that's where, when you're in a committed relationship, like a marriage, like I am, you tell your significant other when you're starting to feel like um, you're not satisfied in the marriage, or something, or tell them that something's going wrong. So I like to call it the Ashley effect, because I haven't. I tend to. I feel anyways. Sorry, I have sparkles in my eyes, but I tend to feel like I have an effect on people, and then after so long, I get boring or annoying, or people don't want to listen to me talk or don't find me interesting anymore. So I call it the Ashley effect, but it's like I feel like that happens with everybody though. So when if you're in a committed relationship or a marriage, like I am, a married, um, you have to know that and be aware that um, not every day is going to be fun. Not every day is going to be perfect. Um, Not every day is going to be a new adventure. And with that, you can learn how to be happy with yourself and content with the marriage and be happy, because you're you can learn just to be happy being in the marriage and not have to have things that satisfy you all the time. So I'm gonna read a couple things that on the web that I found that are about the 7-year itch and stuff like that. But I just want to say, like, myself, yeah, there's days where I can get bored, not with the person I'm with, but like just in general. Like, I want to get out. I want to see new things. I want to hear new voices and be around people and stuff like that. But like, ever of my husband though, no. Like, I can honestly say that. So, it hurts me to know that he uh was at one point dissatisfied with maybe me or himself. I don't know the true answer. I wish I did. Um, and it makes me sad that he he got bored maybe or something. I don't know. I don't know. But if you watch my previous video called is porn cheating, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But I just I don't understand it. I know I do, but I don't. Like I get that new things and seeing new people, hearing new voices, going new places, playing new games, playing video games, going to see new movies, new this, new that is awesome. And the generation that we live in today is awful because everything's fast, 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 and what you want is what you get. You get what you want right away, immediately. So, and that's what this generation is teaching us, that if we want something, we can go out and get it now. And that's not a good thing because you should be taking things slow and thinking about things before just going out there and doing it, and realizing that that's not what life is about. Life is about finding yourself and loving yourself and enjoying the moment that you're in right now with yourself or your kids or your husband or your wife or your family, and loving them and loving what you have, appreciating things, getting closer to God if you're like me and you're a Christian, and just enjoying the little things. It's not about having everything or not having the exact thing that you want. It just pisses me off that that's the way essentially we're wired. I hate that. I hate it. But there's nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. So I'm gonna read to you guys a couple things. Hold on a second. So here we go. What are the hardest years of marriage? In time, this is on the web. So in time, I've noticed something. The prime number years of relationships are often the hardest are years 1, 3, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, and 29. Often it seems these are the years that correspond with significant transitions and pressure points in marriage. So it's kind of funny because I remember in the beginning of me and my husband's relationships, we were having trouble figuring out each other's boundaries and learning things about each other. That's what made our first year hard. Then now they said the third year in marriage, well, yeah, that was definitely hard for us because in our third year of marriage, we lost a baby and I ended up finding out I had cancer. So, yeah, I would say that was definitely hard, but I don't think that's what these people on the internet obviously mean. But obviously, our third year of marriage was hard. Now we're going on our seventh year of marriage because we are in our sixth year of marriage right now. So we're having that 7 year itch thing my husband did. And I I pray to God that this is stuff that we can get through. Um, okay, so what causes the 7 year itch? And this is what hurts my feelings too. Like already knowing stuff like this. Okay, what causes a 7 year itch? If you've ever been in a long term relationship, then odds are that you've heard of one person or another throw around the concept of the 7 year itch. This phrase usually refers to a point in a relationship where one or both partners start to become bored or dissatisfied in the relationship. And my husband says he wasn't dissatisfied and he never has been and he's always been happy, but I have a hard time believing in that because I could see his smile and his brightness dim as the years went on in our marriage, and I know what burden I've been, because I have health conditions, fighting off cancer, and I know that I have baggage with ex baby dads of mine's, and just stuff like that. So I can understand where he's coming from, but I don't feel that even though those are really hard, somebody should be lied to. Um, so it just makes me sad to know that I think that's what happened. Um, okay. So tell your, and my personal advice, if you're feeling like that, you guys need to tell each other that's how you're feeling, that you're starting to feel bored or starting to feel unhappy. So that way you guys can either work through it and fix things, or you can leave each other, because hurting each other is not cool. So, how do I fix the 7 year itch? 7 steps to scratch the 7 year itch. One, get real and take an honest look at your emotions and thoughts towards your partner and your relationship. Like I said, you're feeling one way, fucking tell the other person. Number two, sort your priorities out. So, if your priority is not your partner or your children, then maybe you shouldn't fucking be in a relationship. And also, your priorities, meaning what things you need to do for yourself, what things you need to do for your partner, what things you need to do for your kids, what things you need to do for your job, and all of your relationship and marriage in one. Number three, communication and compromise. So, okay, here we go. Be open and honest with your partner. And if you can't do that, then you shouldn't be married or be in a fucking relationship. Um, or a marriage and a relationship takes work and communication and honesty, and sometimes being honest hurts people's feelings, and you know what, that's okay, because it hurts more if you're dishonest with somebody else, and if you're cheating or doing something you shouldn't be. And if you guys get along but you disagree on things, then you work on things and make sure you try to come to a middle ground, which is what compromise means. So, number four, look at the little things. What did I just tell you guys? So, the little things in life. What is that? For me, it's seeing everybody, as in my 4 kids and my husband, smile, and all of us spending time together, and just taking a drive down the fucking road and looking at the scenery, the change of scenery, breathing in the fresh air, being next to water, fishing, having just a nice conversation with my husband about everything, anything, and nothing. Um, uh, you know, what else? I mean, just I find joy in everything. So I really don't understand what happened with my husband and at that moment, and what happens with all these fucking people, because it's, again, you shouldn't be in a relationship if you can't fucking enjoy the little things. And I enjoy, like, the dances that me and my husband have in gazebos, and um uh just like watching the Hawkeye games together and going shopping together, just everything. I don't know, it's weird. Number 5, rekindle the romance. So, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, um do things that you haven't done before. Watch a different movie. Um, Talk about different things. Try different intimate positions. All of that. Tell each other compliments that you something nice about that person that you never really say to them. You think it, but you don't say it. Say it out loud. Number 6. And when rekindle the romance, get a babysitter if you have children. Number 6, try something new. There we go. I don't have to talk about that one. I already did. Number 7, talk to an expert. And me and my husband have actually talked about talking to somebody. But you know what, though? I'm just going to be straightforward and honest to you guys, just like I was to my husband. I feel like that will get us in a fucking fight. And here's why. Because I feel that me and Jason are grown adults. We're 35 and 36, if we have a problem with each other, how hard is it to tell each other that? How hard is it to work through that? Or how hard is it to, if we can't work through it, to fucking leave each other? I mean, yes, I shouldn't just say it like that. It would be really fucking hard. I'd be crying for months. I would be depressed. It wouldn't be good. But it it's easier to do that. Do it simply like that than drag something on that isn't good. So, um, so those are what the web says to do. The seventh one is to talk to an expert. So, if that works for you guys, or you guys feel that that would help you, go do it. Go do it. Anything that would help your marriage or relationship, I say go do it. But every relationship and every marriage is different. And just for me and my husband, for some reason, that shit will not fucking work going to see an expert, because I just, if I was going in there and I was to say this is what he does to me and blah blah blah, and my husband doesn't really talk like to talk, so then they would look at him and say, how do you feel about that? And then he would kind of just, I don't know, I mean, I don't know, and then that's it. And then that would make me mad, and I just wouldn't want to talk anymore or have anything to do with it. So, and let's just be real, you guys. A therapist would fucking side with one person. That's the truth. They would either side with the man or the woman, or the woman as opposed to the other woman, or the other man as opposed to the other man. If you're bisexual, gay, lesbian, straight, transgender, whatever you fucking are, therapists, they will fucking pick sides. It's the truth. I've went to many over the years, and I'll tell you that they do. Okay, so here's a little bit more about the 7-year itch. The median duration of marriage that ended in divorce was 6.6 years. In 1974, the median duration was 7.5 years. In 1990, the median duration was 7.2 years. While these can fluctuate from year to year, the averages stay relatively close to 7-year mark. Research from 2012 found that American divorce rates peaked after about 10 to 12 years. Studies from China of marriages between 1980 and 2010 found that divorce rates peaked anywhere from 5 to 10 years after marriage, with more recent marriages being more likely to divorce after shorter periods of time. Yeah, and you want to know why that fucking is? Because motherfuckers are out there looking at other men and women. They're not holding their marriage or their relationship sacred. They're taking each other for fucking granted. And they're just constantly always seeking for something new. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? You're going to find a problem in everybody. And you're going to get annoyed with everybody. And everyone has a fucking flaw. So guess what? If you're not going to do it with the person that you love, be annoyed by them or find a fucking flaw in them, then guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna have that same fucking flaw or a different fucking flaw from somebody fucking else. So what's the point of ruining something good that you fucking have just to go out there and get something else and have the same shit happen, having the risk of the same shit happening? There you go. Think about that. Okay, so let me go on. So the divorce rates. The idea of the 7-year itch puts a specific time on the generally observed phenomenon that the data sets of marriage people show a rising, then falling risk of divorce over time. However, statistical results from these data set are very sensitive to statistical methods used, and such patterns may just reflect the method rather than the any underlying reality. So, then it goes on to read the divorce rates that I already told you guys. So essentially, people are in relationships shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter every fucking year. Want to know why? First of all, they have men and women fucking naked everywhere out there on phones right that are right in our hand, computers, TV, even every fucking thing. Second of all, like I said, you can get everything you want now. So why would anybody who is not trying to do positive things and be good and be in a committed relationship, why would anyone want to stay? They're gonna keep cheating, keep lying, keep doing shitty ass things because they don't believe in good. They don't want things to work out. They want what they want, and if they don't get what they want, then they get the fuck out. And you know what? If you think that way, you're never gonna have a relationship, and if you do, you're never gonna be fucking happy. And I say fuck you to that person whoever that is that's treating you that way. So, here's another thing. Um, the phrase was 7-year itch was used in the play The 7-Year Itch by George Axelrod and gained popularity following the 1955 film adaptation starring Marilyn Monroe and Tom Ewell. In 1913 novel The Eighth Year, Philip Gibbs attributes the concept to the British judge Sir Francis Guin. Sorry, I can't say that name, so don't make fun of me. But the phrase has been expanded into to indicate cycles of dissatisfaction not only in the interpersonal relationships but in any situation, such as working a full-time job, buying a house, where a decrease in happiness and satisfaction is often seen over long periods of time. So what it can mean basically is, sorry, let me get this out of the way, this little box. What it can mean actually is literally the 7-year itch thing. This can be with any fucking thing, like it just said. Work, relationships, a game that you're playing, like anything. And you know what's so sad is that when you start to think that way, that's negative thinking. So when you start to think that way, oh, here we go again. This is the same person that I'm going to come home to every day. He or she's going to be sitting and doing the same fucking thing. I'm going to have to hear him say this, hear him say that. And then this weekend, when I have the weekend off, it's going to be the same thing that we do every single weekend. Well, then guess fucking what? You should probably make a change. It's not always in the other fucking person, it's inside you. If you want something to fucking change or you're not happy, make the fucking change then. Don't make the other person unhappy or do something to hurt that other fucking person. So then you're hurting the other person and hurting other people because you're not fucking happy. So I just wanted to say, people, use your brains. It's not that hard. And if you're not a hopeless romantic or romance, like if you're not a hopeless romantic person like I am, then don't be with somebody who wants love and is a simplest and enjoys the little things. Get with some slut guy or some slut girl that you can just fuck around with and you can swing with, and you guys can fuck whoever you want to, because if you're in a committed relationship, that means that you are to commit and put in everything you can, if you actually care and love that person, to that person and to that person only. You can't fucking do it, don't be in a relationship. So the 7-year itch, spread that shit around, kids. Spread that shit around, ladies and gentlemen, because that's what the fuck's wrong with this place, is people aren't spreading that it's natural to sometimes not have your relationship be perfect. It's natural. So yeah. And me and my husband are having marital problems right now, but it's funny because I already knew all this shit. In fact, this 7-year itch that I'm talking to you guys about, I was fucking telling him about it. But he wasn't listening. It was going in one ear out the other. So, I'm making this video to help any relationships out there that are going through a hard time and that need to hear the raw fucking truth. The raw fucking truth is, if you're really not fucking happy and it's something that you don't think that you guys can fix, get the fuck out. Period. Bing, 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 bing. Not that fucking hard, people. And don't go around doing it to other people. Don't go around constantly hurting people over and over and over again. If you can't be happy with anybody else, then you need to find what's wrong with you. So that's what I have to say in this YouTube video, and I will be on with another life topic because I have to make another video tonight because I didn't last night. So maybe in the next video I'll be a little less hostile, but talking about this specific topic is isn't an easy one for me to talk about because of my current situation. So I will be on with another life topic.